here's what I learned in filming my first scripted, semi-scripted, non-scripted video about a completely different topic, not just a talking head. The video was about the artist I promoted. So basically what we did, we ran a TikTok campaign. And what we did is we got a bunch of creators to come up with a viral trend for him. And a lot of them did, so that was pretty cool. We got in total 65 million views and almost 20,000 posts, so that was cool. So I wanted to document it, and I wanted to turn it into a video, like a challenge video between me and my friend. So here's what I learned, 4 things, right? The first one is that my lighting sucks. And the problem with the lighting is just not enough of it. You know, it's like, it's really hard to light up scenes, and without good lighting, it sucks, right? So I had a few lights, I had a few Amarants, but they 60 watts and 100 watts, so they weren't powerful enough. We couldn't film anything outside. I wanted to do stuff outside, and I couldn't film it. Simply because sun was hitting in my face, or we were in the shadows, so it wasn't like really, good picture wasn't coming out. So I had to basically change the whole thing and bring everything indoors. So now I have to figure out the light, and I have to find the light. Probably will go on eBay, find something cheap, but something that is hitting like 600 watt or like freaking 1000 watts, something like really powerful. So I can basically bring it out anywhere, light up the scene, and have a controlled lighting around it. Because otherwise it's just, I'm not going to be able to film outside, and I'm going to lose a lot of locations. So I'm going to look for the light, and I'm going to buy something. So I'm going to show you what I purchased. Another thing is, we filmed a lot of footage, and it's being uploaded to the drive, right? And we're filming, like I filmed on multiple cameras. It's me and my friend doing it, like Christian and I. Christian's my coworker and a friend, like best friend. So we're doing this together. So the idea of the video is he's going against me. He's saying like, hey, we can't hit any views. I don't think it's going to perform that well. I'm saying, hey, it will. So that's how the whole video plays out. We filmed a lot of footage, hours of footage. And now it's uploading. So it's going to take about 36, 38 hours to get everything uploaded. It's a long freaking time. So, and I don't know how to fix that, right? This one I'm filming in RAW, right? So like I want to see what color grading, because it's multiple cameras, so it has to match and things like that. And that's being an issue right now to upload it, because the editor, he lives in a different, completely opposite side of the country. So I have to upload footage and make sure it's going through. So I have to start counting towards uploads, right? So now it's like 36 to 48 hours to upload footage on Google Drive. And I don't know how long Google Drive is going to last, so I probably have to figure out another solution of uploading footage and how to do it the right way, right? So it all goes through. Another thing is, I need to learn how to properly format myself, because I'm still like half of me in the camera, like, you know, the bottom of me in the camera. So like, I don't know how to frame. We don't know how to frame. So I have to figure out, I have to learn the framing. So tonight and in the next few days, I'm learning framing, how to frame myself on the camera so it doesn't look terrible. So this is something I'm still trying to figure out. I mean, the footage will be looking fine because there's a lot of room left, right? So it can be cropped, but it's extra work for the editor, which is I don't want him to do. So that's another thing to take into consideration moving forward, right? How long it's going to take for the editor to crop everything, resize everything, you know, format everything, download everything, because he also has to download footage. I want to upload my upload schedule to be once a week. So I'm basically giving him 1 week since he got the files to edit the video and to be done with that. So hopefully this is going to work out, and hopefully we're not going to drag for too long. So we're going to see what's up. I realized that filming videos like that, talking heads are easy, right? I've done talking heads, and I wasn't really talking about talking heads videos. Like, talking heads are more simple. You just talk in the camera. Sometimes you script things, you understand what you're talking about, but overall you're not prepared for this in the way that's like, you know, you don't have story beats. You don't have any of the stuff. You have a hook, somewhat hook, right? And I wrote hooks myself in the past, and they sucked. But in the perfect world, right, you have hooks, you have the middle part, you have the explanatory stuff, and you have the outro. So which is cool. In this case, you have hook, you have multiple scenarios, and what I've learned too with the story beats, it's kind of like, so people don't get bored from the same story, it has to go through multiple stories in the same video. So which was really interesting to me. I get why people doing this, I understand what they're trying to achieve with that, but it's so difficult to come up with multiple stories at the same time. So I'll give you an example. So with this video, right, the stories that we did. So the main story is we're taking an artist, indie artist, and we see how many, we set up contest, and we're seeing how many creators going to be participating in the trend, right? That's one story. The second story arc in this, right, is Christian, like my friend who's betting against me, saying, hey, I don't think it's going to perform. And I'm saying, hey, it will perform, so we'll see who's going to win. Then we had a video that's been deleted in the middle, right? Because like I was winning actually, and that's actually true, right? So I was winning in the middle, and we looked at the campaign because it's about to be done. So we looked at the campaign, and it's like the girl who I thought was like, who's performing incredibly well. She was doing like, she got like a few million views. She just took her video down. I don't know why, but she's like decided to remove it. So fine. But that kind of pulled me back. So that's another story development that's happening there too, right? So it's a third arc. And so we kind of have to go with multiple stories in the same video, so which is really interesting. I've never done it before, never experienced it before, but apparently this is what's hooking up the viewer, right? On my team call, I was brought up the South Park like show as a whole, right? And the creators of the show, they talked about how they make their, show, South Park. So they always have the story development, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens. So the story consistently continues to go. And that's pretty much what I'm trying to do here. So I'm not just trying to be like, oh, here's the contest, here's the winners. Who cares, right? Then, oh, but I'm betting with my friend Christian. Okay, and then we also have an issue with the creator deleting their video. And actually it was funny too, when we were filming, internet went completely out in the whole area. It was an outage. I hope it's going to make it to the cut. I think it should, because it's funny, because we'll go to Starbucks. That's where we launched the campaign from. And this kind of stuff is improvised, right? So it kind of created the fourth story on top of that. So I don't know how this video is going to be edited. I don't know how it's going to come out. And but again, we're trying. It's the first video that was done. So again, a few things that I've learned. So lighting, very important. If you're filming videos, if you're filming any type of content, lighting is important, especially if you're trying to film outdoor. If you're filming things outdoor, very important to have good lighting, because although you have sun and sun is hitting your face, it's still very important to light yourself up, because part of you might be in a shadow, another part might be too overexposed, so you have no control. So it's always better to have a controlled environment. Number two is a lot of footage takes a long time to upload. So if you're starting out the YouTube channel, and if you're trying to make like challenge videos or some funny videos or some things like that, keep this in mind, that the footage is going to take forever to upload. I don't know yet what's better. Maybe it's a good idea to mail him the hard drive, so it's going to be faster, but then he has to mail it back, so it's going to be a pain in the butt. But I need to find a solution. Google Drive will work for now, but again, it's hours, takes about 36, 38 hours to upload all the footage, which is, it's going to take forever. Learn the formatting. Don't make my mistakes, right? Right now, iPhone is formatting me, so it's much easier. Always format yourself, right? So there's like, and I'm going to tell you what I learned about it, but there's a like formatting of your whole scene and of you. Also setting up the scenes, that's another thing that I'm probably going to be adding to my bucket list of learning things. How to set up the scene. I have to plan where the scene is going to be set up and how they're going to be set up. So like if it's a office scene, it has to be an office scene. So what's happening on the background, what's going on, what we're doing, what's happening, and then the rest can be improvised, but the scene environment should be set up, right, and locked. There's also a thing to change the scenes as much as possible. So we actually filmed in the car, and in the car I filmed with my DJI, which came out okay, so I hope it's going to be fine. But that's how I filmed the car. And we also did a drone shot. That's a cool one. So I have a drone that somebody gifted me a long time ago. Never flew a drone in my life. So yeah, so I had to fly a drone over the car just to have this drone shot. I really like aerial footage just in general, because it's me, I'm a nerd. Like I want to I think it always looks cool. Like, oh shoot, like this aerial footage is nice. So I would want to use drone a lot more, but unfortunately I don't know how to fly it. So it's another thing on my bucket list to learn how to fly a drone, so I can shoot some things, some cool creative things. Another hiccup that happened is microphones. So that was the big issue. Microphones did not record a lot of times, and microphones did not record properly. So sometimes its mic is connected, sometimes it's not. And this is the mics that we use, the DJI mics. And they're cool and everything, but sometimes they just didn't connect. So like I had no sound in the camera and I had to reshoot the whole scene. Or I shot the scene, but only camera sound came through and this thing just didn't record nothing. So that was the problem with that too. So I probably have to look into another safer option of the mics as a whole, right? And if it's something that's worth exploring, maybe I get another set of mics or something like that, something different just to try it out. If you guys have any advice for the mics, I would really appreciate it. And if any advice you have, if any of you watching and being like, hey, I know how to do it, I want to help out Alex, please do so, because I'm open to criticism, whatever you guys do. And of course, I'm going to show you the video. I'm going to show you the thumbnail once everything edited and done. Right now, I have nothing to show for because I have nothing edited yet. So like we just filmed it, right? And I'm going to start filming more B-rolls. I'm going to start filming more things that going to kind of bring you guys in. So unfortunately, I didn't do it yet, but I will. So you can see whatever we're doing as well. So you can kind of create it into mini vlog style what we're filming and what I've learned. I'm gonna check back in tomorrow because the footage should be uploaded, and we'll figure it out. So I'm gonna keep you guys posted. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.